Can't stick to a diet? Well, forget about even thinking of it as a diet, otherwise you're screwed before you even start down that path. 95% of everyone who starts a diet will eventually return to their previous eating habits. The secret is to not start on a diet at all, but to change your lifestyle. And back up this move by remembering all the benefits you will receive in the future because of this change. It's not a matter of I'll try and stick to it as long as I can, or even come up with a time that you will promise yourself to be committed for. It's all about from this moment on, I am no longer someone who puts crap into my mouth, period. It's no longer an option. Your friends are going to the pub and eating chips and burgers. Sure, you can go along and you know you won't be tempted to stray because down there waiting is diabetes, heart attacks, and cancer. This won't happen because you are no longer someone who eats these so-called foods. It will amaze you just how easy it is to maintain such a lifestyle, and the reason is you no longer have to weigh it up in your mind whether to eat something or not, because it always comes back to the simple equation that you are no longer someone who puts crap in your mouth. Your new lifestyle needs to include an intermittent fasting plan, and once again, much easier to do than most think it will be. If you feel yourself starting to fall from your path, just think about what your life will be like living with diabetes, for instance. Am I scaremongering? Far from it. Most countries around the world are looking at higher than 50% of the population having diabetes or pre-diabetes. That's 1 out of every 2 people. Did you also know that having diabetes increases your risk of developing glaucoma by 40 times compared to those without diabetes, not to mention heart disease, kidney failure, nerve damage, hearing impairment, sleep apnea, and of course losing your limbs because of poor blood circulation? Just knowing these facts alone should be a wake-up call and be enough to keep you looking ahead. Not to mention maintaining good health and being able to be in your grandchildren's lives. It is puzzling for sure why many people continue to indulge in unhealthy foods without making a change. Why is that? I believe it largely comes down to living too much in the moment and not thinking enough in the future. People often seek that immediate gratification without fully considering the long-term consequences. If we look at these leading causes of death, cancer, stroke, heart attack, kidney disease, Alzheimer's and diabetes complications, they all have something in common: high levels of insulin. By understanding the mechanisms at play and the cause and effect relationship, you can make more informed decisions and start living with the future in mind. Recently, I offered some advice to a friend who had to stop chemotherapy because his body was experiencing too many side effects. I suggested that by undertaking an extended fast, he might be able to continue with it. His response was that he couldn't imagine doing that because he loved his food too much. This is a clear example of someone choosing a shorter life over the possibility of healing simply to maintain unhealthy eating habits. But is this mindset really so different from that of many people around the world who continue to indulge in unhealthy foods as they become increasingly overweight and unwell? So the next time you're tempted by that donut, take a moment to really weigh the decision. Is that fleeting pleasure worth the potential future consequences? For further information on achieving good health, look for the link to CQ Good Health below. If you found this helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to keep spreading the word.